channel. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and the subscribe button. Here we have another crazy story, Rod Diggs. Everyone should know who Rod Diggs is by now. If you don't know who Rod Diggs is by now, check out how he is. Basically, he's serving 12 consecutive life sentences plus 105 years. Don't forget the cam's a little blurry. But the reason why he's serving so long, don't forget, take a look what he was doing. One time, Brooklyn rapper, his name is Ronald. Imagine that. Imagine having a name Ronald. Believe it or not, if your name is Ronald, you're really supposed to be a good boy. But for some strange reason, Rod Diggs said, you know what? Even though my real name is Ronald, I'm going to try to live I'm going to try to live a certain type of life. Let's get back to it though. So this thing got Rod Diggs. In 2014, they got him. They got him for all type of things. They got him for the worst of the worst. Take a look if you don't believe me. They got him. They got him. See what they got him for? They got him for all type of nonsense. Why they didn't go a different route? We will have no idea. But I guarantee you this right here. If he had the luxury to go a different route right now, he'd say, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Or will he say, you know what, I'm gonna dig my way out? Imagine that. Will Rod Diggs dig his way out of the ADX? I don't know. But here's what's going on right here though.
Now, historically, some rappers say and do dumb shit and don't feel too bad about writing, recording, mixing, mastering, and releasing it either. But what exactly did a rapper do to get himself locked up in the most secure fortress on the planet? Before the self-incriminating lyrics and brazen tweets, Ronald Heron was born and raised in the underbelly of Brooklyn, New York. Even as a child, Heron found himself pursuing a life of crime. In '94, a 12-year-old Heron witnessed his 13-year-old friend being...
So that's what's going on with Rod Diggs right now. It's a terrible thing. I don't want to show that. I don't want to show that. They said Rod Diggs, he's been violent for so long. Imagine me violent for so long. Imagine that. Imagine me violent for so long and never change. Unbelievable. Think about it though.
shot by a police officer while running around with a toy rifle. A story with the makings of a villain origin story. He was featured in the New York Times for this. His first arrest was in 1995, when he was just 13 after getting...
Either way, they got Rod Diggs right now. Everyone's trying to figure out unbelievable the life he was living. Violent lifestyle.
For robbery. And since then, up until his final arrest in 2010 at the age of 28, Heron never stayed out of prison for more than 2 years. While in prison, Heron ascended to one of the highest ranks among the Bloods in New York.
Imagine that. Imagine gaining a reputation when you're locked up. Don't forget, when you're locked up, you're around individuals. Their minds are never thinking clearly. I mean, you don't have much to lose. I mean, let's get back to it. Let's get back to what's really going on. Rod Diggs. How different is Rod Diggs from Lil Durk? A whole lot different right now. But how will it be different in a couple of months? I don't know.
Criminal operation would come to extend throughout the Borum Hill neighborhood, from small-time robberies to narcotics, and then violent murders. Heron's life was a story of criminality, some he brought to light himself through his music. Despite his frequent run-ins with
Imagine that. Imagine your life being a life of crime and not expecting to go to jail. Expecting to go to jail. Rod Diggs would say, you know what? I go to jail, I come back out. But no way what he was thinking that, you know what? I'm gonna go to the ADX. He said, what? Where's that? He know where it is now, but in the beginning, he had no idea about the ADX. They said now he knows all about it. Imagine finally knowing all about somewhere you didn't know about before. It's unbelievable. Think about it though.
he managed to have a relatively successful career as a rapper and collaborated with artists like Uncle Murda and Waka Flocka Flame. To his fans, Heron was a hero who used his charisma and talent to portray life on the streets of Brooklyn.
A hero. Imagine that. Imagine being a hero. He's not the only hero.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk was at the pinnacle of his career, one of the leading pioneers of drill music.
They said Lil Durk, he was somewhat of a hero too in his community. Imagine that. I'm trying to figure out, does Rod Diggs and Lil Durk have anything at all in common?
The violent modern incarnation of gangster rap. Over the course of his 14-year career, he'd released a series of mixtapes and albums that cemented his place as one of the most influential and impactful gangster rappers in history, and earning him the nickname The Voice. Over those years, he racked up 4 Grammy nominations.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Rod Diggs, Lil Durk, don't forget. Situations are similar, but they're somewhat different. But they're more similar than different.
Heron would post music on his YouTube channel called Van Got Ent. As of 2024, his channel has over 1 million views with 3,000 subscribers. Most of the tracks
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. Unbelievable. Think about it.
has a respectable 1.1 million views. But to those who knew him on the streets, Heron was really about the stuff he rapped about.
We all know Rod Diggs was about that life he rapped about. We all know that. But was Lil Durk about that life he rapped about? Maybe. Or maybe not. But either way, he's going to have to accept what comes along with it, believe it or not, either way.
Nominations, finally winning one in 2024 for his inspirational hit song All My Life.
All My Life.
The song went double platinum, selling 2 million
Trying to get some money.
Uplifting and
All my life. I need some more money.
You are a precious little thing.
So that's what's going on right now. We're trying to figure out what's the difference. What's the difference between Rod Diggs and Lil Durk?
Of the murderous madness, a blood set involved in pushing drugs, racketeering, and murder. The gang operated in the Gowanus and Wyckoff Gardens housing projects in Brooklyn. Heron started his crack empire on 423 Baltic Street in the late 90s and expanded his territory fast. He started by using his apartment as a stash house for drugs and weapons, and where his members stayed overnight. Using his connection with the Bloods, Heron expanded his influence, recruiting dealers.
It's all about influence. It's about those individuals doing all type of things. But it's mainly about influence. So what I'm trying to figure out, what's the difference between Rod Diggs right now and Lil Durk? Believe it or not, they both have similar things in common. Influence. And sometimes when you have influence, individuals say, you know what? He has too much influence. So you know what that means, right? Imagine that. Imagine having too much influence. It gets crazy after a while if you think about it.
Music is past against him. He rapped about sitting down with the mayor of Chicago and politicians in an effort to change his image. Durk had presented himself as a misunderstood and falsely persecuted artist who was trying to provide a positive message to the downtrodden community he'd emerged from. But it would turn out that this may well have been one big facade, as the world would soon find out the dark reality behind Durk's music was much worse than anyone could have ever.
So that's what's going on. That's what's going on right there. Very similar. Lil Durk, Rod Diggs, locked up at the same time. Imagine that. But here's get back to it though. But who's more violent? Who's more vicious? Is it Rod Diggs or is it Lil Durk? Imagine that. Imagine wondering who's more violent, Rod Diggs or Lil Durk.
Including multiple in the Gowanus, New York City Housing Authority that he had grown up in.
Okay.
At 19 years old, Ronald graduated to being...
He was young. He was young. But I'm still trying to figure out. You know, I'm trying to figure out. Unbelievable. Until next time. But let me know. Is there any difference between Rod DIGGS and Lil Durk? Doesn't really matter, or it doesn't matter that you just being taken off the streets. Imagine that. Imagine that's all that really matters. But you see the comparison. Everybody trying to be the big homie with the big homie. There's nothing wrong with that, but what usually happens at the end of the day, they usually say, free me, I want to get out. Imagine that. Imagine being on the streets free. You want to indulge in crimes, and then once you get locked up, you want to be free. I'll say, you know what? Be free while you're free, so you don't have to worry about trying to be free. Imagine that. Unbelievable.
In 2001, he had his first victim, Frederick Brooks, a rival drug dealer. After a loud argument, Heron shot Brooks in the face, neck, back, and head.
So violent. Till next time, check my other videos. Don't forget these individuals. Rod DIGGS, he is where he's supposed to be. He's violent. Imagine that. Imagine want to have a violent individual free, but some people do though. Unbelievable.